Okay, we are live streaming. All right, so let me see here. I got your slide put in, by the way. Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, we are going to be starting shortly. We're just waiting for MC to come aboard and he'll take it away, and other people are climbing on board, so just stand by. Dorina and Walter are on their way. Just got the text message. They'll be logging in now. Okay. Welcome, everyone. You're on the right place at the right time. We're going to be starting shortly. Our MC is logging in now, so he'll take over. and we'll get the show on the road. We've got an exciting evening tonight. He's having problems logging in, so he says give him another 3 minutes. But see what we got going on here in the meantime. Okay. Okay, guys, we are streaming across all platforms on the Roku TV, on YouTube, on Facebook, on our website. So we're all going to be rock stars tonight. So thank you for being on time. Walter's still having a little bit of difficulty logging in. I don't know why, but he'll be, I think they're coming. So, but you are in the right place at the right time. And we have a very exciting meeting tonight. One of the things we're going to be talking about, as I've been heavily promoting, is taking over payments, jumping loans. We have a great speaker. I've known him for many, many years. But this technique that we'll get right into the nitty gritty at 7:30 on that, right after our announcements and our networking session. Really is one of the easiest ways to start your business. Sniffing out these properties is actually at the moment pretty easy to do. A lot of people have been skeptical of it, but there is a proper way to do it. So you won't have anything to worry about. And I see my little girl just popped on here, Hannah. So she runs behind the scenes and does a lot of the technical little bits too, making sure everybody gets on live and stays online. Hi, Hannah. Hannah, I just saw designed a satellite for this rocket project or something, so that looked pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's the satellite thing about, Hannah?
Well, it's my first freelance project after graduating the spring, and so I worked with a startup company that's planning on working with either SpaceX or NASA to launch a satellite that's supposed to be used for educational purposes, like specifically for schools. So,
awesome. Yeah. So we now have a rocket scientist with us in the.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
That was really cool. I like to see that. So.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll make it to Mars.
At least a rocket artist, right?
All right, Walter's on board. Let me make him the host right now. Walter, when I make you host, please record the meeting for me, please.
Awesome, absolutely. And I'm going to make you back a co-host, as well as Kelly. And for everybody who's on the call, drop in the chat, what is your goal in real estate for this year? What is your goal for real estate? Is it to become financially free? Is it become rich, quit your job? What are you looking to achieve through real estate? Drop it in the chat. Let's load it up with some real answers, some real goals. The Boston REIA is designed to help you get to those goals, but we can only do it if we know what your goals are. So let's fill up the chat with things you're looking to accomplish through real estate. Awesome. I see it starting to fill up. Keep going. Keep putting them in there. And your idea might give. So let's get creative. Let's fill up the chat with reasons. This is reasons you want to invest in real estate. Nice. Passive income, get information. So you want to invest in real estate and get information. Why do you want information about this? These are things we're looking to drop in the chat right now. Buy my first investment property, constant sales, purchases, strong retirement income. I like that one. Hell yeah, I can agree to that. Stop depending on my job, become financially free, build a rental portfolio. And I'm going to record these now. So I just asked everybody to drop in the chat. What is the reason you're thinking about real estate, learning about real estate, or actively investing in real estate? And here are some of the answers. I quit my job to help others. I like that. I quit my job and help others. This year, looking to buy a new home to reside in with income units. Awesome. Hands to camera if you're looking for multi-families. You're looking for multiple units. Anybody on here? Awesome. All right. I see one is looking for multi-families. Two looking for multi-families. Excellent. That's my space, right? I own a bunch of multi-families because it's a lot easier than single families. And the guys out in the Midwest can tell you otherwise, but I think until they've actually owned some multifamilies, they have no freaking clue how much better it is. More doors, less roofs. Let's see, get information, buy more multifamilies. I'm with you. Strong retirement, constant sales, purchases, retire my mom, buy my first investment property, multifamily, want info on jump loans, do what I want, when I want, get some time back. Awesome. Let's give everybody on the call a round of applause. If your camera is off, now is a good time to turn your camera on. This is an interactive call. This is an interactive group. The Boston RIA is here to support you and get you to the next level, but we can't do it if we can't see you. So turn those cameras on. And by the way, if you're if you're too shy to turn your camera on a Zoom, good luck talking to a motivated seller live in their house. Answer the camera if you know what I'm talking about. This is a contact sport. You got to be willing to get out of your comfort zone and go out and actually talk to people. Otherwise, by the way, if you say you're an introvert, stop saying that. You're not an introvert. You're just lazy. You're not looking for the money hard enough. I'm an introvert too. Every time I think about going to talk to a motivated seller, I suddenly introvert. I don't want to do it. Hence, Karen, if you can relate to that, you're like, ah, shit, I don't want to do this right now. It sucks. But I extrovert to get money. Has anybody ever gone to a job with other people are involved? Any introverts ever gone to a job where other people are involved? Why do we do it? We do it to get the money, right? We're introverted. We don't want to go out there and talk to people, but the other people have the money. And so we inspire ourselves every day, 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock, whatever your shift is, to go out, extrovert, and spend some time with other people so that they'll give us the money. Hands if you've ever accepted money from another person before. Anybody? You ever made money before? So give yourselves a round of applause. You figured out a piece of the game. Now the goal is to get other people who have owned rental property or who own single families to pay you larger chunks of money. I remember my first real estate deal was $34,000 I made for profit. Here's what's interesting. I was already earning $40,000 a year, and I made an additional $34,000. Hands to camera if that's a game changer. It was one transaction, one deal, one thing. My next flip, which was way faster. My first house was a house hack. It took me 4 years to do it. I was living in there, and then we flipped it, lived in flip. Anybody consider doing a live-in flip? Am I thinking about doing one of those? It's a great idea, great strategy. Second house I flipped, not my second rental property, my second house I flipped. I made $32,000. I did it in 5 months. 5 months. I got way better at the flipping game. And then the next one, again, took me 5 months. But I made way more in the next one. I made $150,000 on my third flip. Hands to the camera if you recognize you get better with time. You got to get past the first couple deals in order to get to that point where you actually get the big, juicy numbers. One of my best deals ever was 2 years ago. I made $1.5 million, paid no taxes, and the properties, I still own them, and they still cash flow for me. Hands to the camera if you have the dedication to be in this game for 14 years to be able to get to one of those deals. Hands to the camera if you know that it does take some time. Awesome. Excellent. Woo! I love real estate. So I own over 48 units, over $10 million worth of real estate. We're acquiring more right now, and that number keeps going up. I want for you to learn the basics. You're going to take a little while. I didn't do a single transaction for an entire year. I was reading, I was studying, I was going to live events, I was at the RIAs. I wasn't at just one RIA, I was at all the RIAs. I was in Rhode Island, I was in Connecticut, I was in Boston, and I kept going to these other success events because I wanted to connect people who had money, who had property, and who had experience. Chances are, if you recognize the experience was actually what I was looking for. I was looking for the mentors, I was looking for people who knew what to do so I could get out of my own way and move forward. That's what the Boston RIA is tonight. So make sure that you're paying attention. Get a pen, get a paper, get some documents in front of you. Use your Evernote if that's what you do. Write your blog tonight. I don't care what you do to track this information. This is part of your success path. Hands to the camera if you know you're going to be a millionaire one day. Hell yeah. So I'm on a mission to build 100 millionaires who are inspired to build 100 millionaires. It's the reason I'm still in the game. It's the reason Duncan's still here. Kelly's still here. I know young Hannah is looking to become a millionaire and then start building millionaires as well. There's many people on the call who've already attained millionaire success. Some of them have been my friends for a long time. They still show up. And the number one reason they show up is because knowledge is power. The network is everything. Your network is your net worth. And it's the accountability of hanging out with other people who are successful. For some reason, when somebody else is crushing it, we're inspired to go crush it. Has anybody ever seen that before? Had a moment where you're like, damn, if they could do it, I could do it. If that bald white guy over there could be a millionaire by 32 years old and a multimillionaire by 34, what the hell is wrong with my life? I've got to go step up. Also, be patient with yourself. It does take time. There is a process here. You know, I wasn't a millionaire overnight. I started when I was 28. I was financially free by 30. I was a millionaire by 32, a multimillionaire by 34. Hands to the camera if you know, there is a process. It took me about 5 years to be a millionaire. That's about how long it took me to get there. But before that, there was a lot of education. There was a lot of learning. Tonight, we've got a great speaker who's going to give you a lot of information, and we're going to share you some really cool tips before we bring our speaker on. I've heard him before. He is absolutely fantastic. And the Boston RIA has some really cool discounts. Hands to the camera if you like free stuff. You like things that are really free that get you extra leverage. So I'm going to share a little bit about our membership tonight. This is for everybody who's thinking about getting into real estate, is serious about it, and knows they're going to be spending some money on renovations, knows they're going to be spending money on education, knows they're going to be spending money on getting into networking events. So I'm going to share some knowledge about the membership. The membership is expensive for anyone who doesn't want to move forward, anybody who's like on the fence on whether they're going to be an investor or not. But anybody who knows that this is the business for them, it is extremely cheap and affordable. I'm a member of seven different RIAs across the country, including the Las Vegas RIA, the Tampa Bay RIA, the Milwaukee RIA, Boston RIA, Rhode Island RIA, Connecticut RIA, and there's two more in Tampa because I do live in Tampa now. Hands to the camera if you understand, those are investments. I raise capital in those rooms. I meet my partners in those rooms. I find deals in those rooms. So the RIA, this RIA in particular, if you're investing in Boston, is the one to join, and it is now the time is to join it. So the number is $300. So if that number scares you, I'm sorry, you're not going to be successful in real estate. Does that make sense? If you're afraid of $300, this is not the game for you. This is the big money game. This is where we're throwing around transactions that are $300,000 to start. We're throwing around transactions that are $3 million if you get the guts to go and do those deals. So if $300 is a scary component, then I might just tell you to log off now and say real estate's not for you. Hands to camera if you're willing to embrace that it takes money to make money, but it doesn't have to be your money. It can be OPM. It can be other people's money. Hang with us long enough. We'll show you how to do that. Before I jump on, are there any questions? Anybody want to drop in the chat why they're here so we can pay attention? Is there anybody I missed? I know a bunch of people logged in. Drop in the chat why you're here, what you want to learn specifically. And I'm going to pull up PowerPoint and get started. Duncan, I got permission to get started? Share a little
yeah, sure. I'm just curious how many are first timers on the call?
Oh, cool. Hands up. First timers. Where you at? Karen, Adam, welcome. Welcome. Timbo, is that you too, brother? Nice haircut, man. I love it. Hell yeah. And for everybody, hey, I am here in Boston with you right now. Even though I live in Tampa, I'm actually here in Boston for the next 4 days. at an event that we're doing in Providence. So I'm actually technically not in Boston right now. I flew into Boston, I'm in Providence. So I am in town with everybody, even if we're not together live in an event. We will be going back to live events soon. This may be one of the last Zooms. We're going to keep doing Zoom as long as it makes sense for our event, the people who actually host us at the events, give us a place to stay. Once they feel more comfortable, then we'll be doing live events coming soon. So
Walter, can I ask you,
I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in person. I will still fly in. Yep.
Is there
Go ahead,
an
Duncan.
opportunity for people to actually see or meet you, or hear you while you're in Boston or Providence, which is close?
There is. So we have Generator Business Bootcamp is what I'm at. So it's for entrepreneurs, business owners who are real estate investors who are looking to scale up their real estate portfolio and build the systems. So systemizing your property management, systemizing your acquisition flow, systemizing your hiring of contractors or PMs, project managers. So it's a real estate focused scaling event that I'll be at, and I'll be speaking on marketing. So I'll be sharing how to market, how to find off market deals, and use social media, some of those different tactics that we use that nobody else is really doing in the Boston market, which is why we still get a ton of off market deals. I don't buy on MLS. Hands care if that might be something you're interested in. I think it's $97 to come down to this event. It's hosted by a couple of people. So if you're interested, Doreen, are you on the call? Doreen will be on the call in a few minutes. She'll drop the link in the chat for us. So thank you, Duncan. I appreciate that. And I'm going to share our screen in just a second. And hopefully, because I am on a laptop today, I can still see it.
Got a frozen screen.
Share screen. Let me know if you see. Let me stop. And instead, I'm going to share just this window. There we go. All right. So this is the Boston RIA's August event. For August, we are talking about, we're moving into, let's see.
You're not in the hot zone.
Next. There we go. Very clearly, we are a real estate development company. We are teaching, training, guiding, but we're not giving financial advice. And I want to share very quickly our liability disclosure so that nobody can hold us accountable for anything that we did not do or do not suggest or encourage. First, Boston RIA assumes no liability or responsibility for any outcome of any real estate transaction, decision, or other action that any Boston RIA member or visitor enter into as a result of attending any meeting, listening to any guest speaker, or talking to any Boston RIA member, guest, visitor, or persons. If you make a decision to invest in something, that is your decision. You are an adult. If you make a bad deal that doesn't work out and that you lose money on it, or you lose somebody else's money, that is 100% your decision, your fault. We're going to take ownership for our actions. Now, just as equally, if you become a millionaire, if you make a ton of money, still your fault. It's your actions. It's your decision. Hands can't we agree? We are adults and we're responsible for our actions. Excellent. Well, we're in a good group. I love this. Number one for real estate transactions, serving our deal flow, our networking, education, and investor resources. You can go to our website, and I'll put that up on the screen a little bit. You can go to our website. There's a bunch of free resources. It is for members only. Again, the membership is so worth it, but I'm going to share with you a couple of reasons why. We're the largest trade association of real estate investors in the United States. Trust me, I've traveled the country. I've spoken on many stages. It's the national RIA that has it all together, where we have all sorts of partnerships with some of the biggest companies like Equity Trust, Home Depot, Home Office, Rent Perfect, Real Protect, and many, many more. Here are some of our local business partners who are helping you get the money, be protected, and do deals that you couldn't do otherwise. Hands to camera if you've heard of OPM, Other People's Money. These people on the screen, Monteverde, Universal Capital, JM, they give you the money. Who's heard of hard money before? We've heard of hard money. It's not as serious as you think. That's important when it comes to being able to close on these deals. Speed to deals. Kelly or Duncan, do we have any of our vendors in the room? Anybody wants to speak about our cash options?
You know what? I didn't get a confirmation from them tonight, but if they are, please speak up. One of the, also besides personal memberships, we have vendor memberships. So I know a lot of people say they have money, but our vendors, are committing themselves to marketing in front of our audience. But if they're not on the call, like we have the money available for flipping, for hard money, for commercial. So you don't really have to look past the resources that we point you to for money out there. These guys are really, really good at what they do and fast. So, and their membership has its benefits when dealing with them. So, yeah, take a look on the website and you can find out more.
And one thing I want to point out, hard money lenders are actually really nice people. These guys are very nice. They're not going to break your legs if you don't get rent in. They're going to work with you. They're going to help you be able to close the deal. They're not in the business of owning property. They really don't want to foreclose on you. They want to see you do a deal. So if they tell you don't do the deal, they're not going to fund it. Listen to your lender. Don't do the deal. Hands-to-Free grasp this. They've been in the business longer. They know what they're talking about. If they're scared to invest on a deal, you should be scared to invest in the deal. It probably just means go back and get the price a little bit lower. The Boston REIA has a newsletter. So all of our Boston REIA members get access to the newsletter. You can go to the Boston Real Estate Investors Association.com to get access to register. This is a service that we give out to everybody in the Boston market. But our REIA members get a little bit extra stuff. We get our Boston REIA members get the deals. So you're going to get our internal deals, off-market stuff, deals that are coming out from our wholesalers and some of our real estate agents who are putting it out beforehand. We've also got the 100 Millionaire Summit is coming up. We're going to throw in tickets for you. We're going to give them to you when you invest in buying your membership for the Boston REIA. We're going to throw in a free ticket to go to the 100 Millionaire Summit this year. This is in October. And we're going to be bringing to the room Rod Cleef. We're going to be bringing Elizabeth Faircloth. We're going to bring Vinny Chopra. Vinny Chopra, by the way, is a billionaire. $800 million worth of real estate. He'll be a billionaire. I tell him this when I talk to him. He'll be a billionaire in the next year or two. Hans Scariff, you realize it does take a little bit of time, but he's closer than most. He's 70 years old, but he's an amazing person to learn from. So he'll be there with us at the 100 Millionaire Summit this year. We'll have over 100 millionaires in the room. It's a great time to network. It's a great time to meet millionaires and find out that, guess what? We're just normal people and we're actually really nice in person. And for anybody who's never taken a selfie with me or never had me sign one of my own books, which I don't have any with me right now, but I will have them at the 100 Millionaire Summit. I'll have over 400 copies and I'll be willing to sign books for everybody, take selfies with everybody. So if you've never met me in person, great time to meet me in person and hang out with me. Come learn from the people I learn from. Come hang out with me while I'm learning from and then I will be sharing a lot of the tips and strategies to make you receive real estate investor. I love being with us. All-star memberships. Here's what you get. So over $1,200 of value plus that ticket to the 100 Millionaires Summit is $1,000 value. So now you're talking about $2,200 in value. You get free entrance to our monthly main events. When we get back to the monthly events, you get free entrance to our subgroups. We do a wholesaling boot camp every single week virtually. We do a working with investors call for real estate agents who want to learn how to work with investors every single week. We do the 52 Real Estate Millionaire Wealth Principles every single week. That's 3 live events that you're welcome to join. Once you've gotten your membership, we take care of you. Hands to camera, if this is already blowing your mind, we're like really serious about helping people get to the next level. And you get discounts to our workshops. Sometimes we do workshops for raising capital, like Get the Money. Sometimes we do workshops like Be the Bank, which is for people who are looking to put passive investment aside. Sometimes we do a workshop called Names on Deeds. This is about putting your name on deeds, buying real estate, cash flow, multifamily. And there's another one we do called Get the Deal, which is all the off-market strategies that I've ever learned and some of our other mentors have learned for finding off-market properties. You get access to those with discounts. It is a cool opportunity. When we say learn the sport, I said this earlier, it's a contact sport. You must build relationships. You must be in places where people are at. Learn the sport, be a player, join the Boston RIA. Hands to the camera if that was fun. If I gave you some good reasons, hell yeah, there's more. So we got more. Who likes free stuff? I started that way. We've got Sarah's going to talk about Home Depot. Sarah, are you able to give us a little rundown on what the deal is with the Home Depot?
Absolutely. I am ready to share my screen.
I'm going to pass the share off to you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Let's give Sarah Ibram a round of applause. She is amazing.
Hey, while we got Sarah on, before she goes on, she did use the word investor friendly. And Sarah, can you tell us a little bit about, before you go on, tell us about Boston memberships, but the realtors that work within, and you're our top one here. What's it mean to be an investor friendly realtor? And what your take on the market is right now, and just a little bit how you can help people better. And again, that leads to more reasons why people should join, the RIA.
So, not all realtors are able to understand the mentality of an investor. Working with an investor can be different. You put lots of comparables. You need to keep an eye on the new deals that comes on the market if they are flippers. So this way, you can scoop it up as soon as it hits the market. They really prefer that you do most of the legwork, even if you have to go do the showing for them, see it, be their eyes, see it, and then you give them their feedback. All they have to do is just to run the numbers on, what is going to need to be repaired. This is just on flipping. Same thing goes for rental properties or even commercial. You're basically they fall back on you, for getting information on the market, for running numbers, for actually getting deals on and off market. So that's just on that aspect. On the other aspect as well, investors, eventually they are trying to make money, and making global offers can scare a lot of people. It's not like in my book, the goal is not to make a global offer or to make an offer just for the sake of it. The goal is to get the property at the right price. So to figure this out, in some situation, we have to make a global offer. So if your realtor is not comfortable doing that, you're going to have less deals or even zero deals.
Sarah, can I just interject there too? It's not always about lowball offers. It's about a realtor willing to put through a creative offer and understand, how these creative offers can benefit them and create a win-win situation. So it's not always about the number, it's about the, benefits to both parties. And when a realtor understands how investors think and can present it to a seller in the sense that, wow, this is really a better deal, even though it might be a lower number, that's really where the strength I see as a investor-friendly realtor, in the mindset of the investor. It's not just always about the price.
Absolutely, definitely. There are right now, because of the way the market is, we're trying to be even more creative in all the offers that we're submitting. So it's not just the price. Price is a big aspect, and this is probably what everybody's looking at, but definitely, thank you for mentioning that, Duncan. Definitely, there are so many other terms that can make the offer stand out, and that's what we work on. Every case is different. Every offer and every home is different. As far as the market, it is strong because even with the interest rates going up a little bit, I feel like the buyers that didn't catch the best time, they're trying to just squeeze in last minute before things get worse, and it's just if the rent double overnight, there has nothing to, they just have their only option is to pay it. So they're trying to get, even if it's going to be a little bit more upfront, even it's going to be like a little bit more interest. So the market is still strong. Buyers are buying, sellers are selling. So, we're seeing, strong activity so far. I really don't really expect it that it shifts. Like, of course, I don't have a crystal ball, but I mean, people don't offload their properties the way they offload their stocks. And that will eventually, it's, if and when a shift happens, I feel that's going to take like a lot longer to see than it's like an immediate thing per se.
Awesome. Well, thank you for explaining that. So Sarah's been with us for a long time as our investor-friendly realtor. So if you haven't made contact with her, her details are in the chat, and she actually is on our website. She does put out a good newsletter also. But yeah, so tell us about the Home Depot.
Yes. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Okay, awesome. I think you should be able to see my screen. Yes. Participant can now see your application. Okay, I think now you can see my screen.
I see it.
Okay, awesome. And do you see it just the slides, or do you see like a slide, like the whole screen?
I see your mini guide on the side too. There you go.
Okay, awesome. All right. So one of the fantastic benefits that Duncan and Kelly offer us and all the Boston REIA members is Home Depot. Come in so handy for all investors, flippers in the most part. Those benefits, so if you go to Home Depot, they would offer you discounts and they offer you stuff, but they offer you more just because Duncan and Kelly cut a great deal with them for only exclusive for our members. So our members, they get 2% rebate biannually on all purchases. The only catch is that they have to spend $5,000 per period, which is in 6 months, they have to spend $5,000 minimum to qualify for that 2% rebate. They have a specific period, so they have January 1st until June 30th, and then the second one starts July 1st until December 31st. So we almost just started that second period. And how it works is that any rebate amount that is under $1,000, they send you a Home Depot gift card, and anything over that, they send you a check. Rebates get mailed out within 60 days from the closing day of each period, and please make sure that your billing address or mailing address is always up to date with Home Depot. Boston REIA members, they start at the gold tier. And what does that mean? Home Depot have like several tiers. Gold is maybe the second highest one. And what it does for the members is that it qualifies them for 20% off paint at the checkout. So you don't have like, if you become a Boston REIA member today, I signed you up for Home Depot Pro Extra, and then tomorrow you want to go buy paint. You'll be like, oh, but I don't have a big project. I just want to do a fresh paint. Do I have to spend the $5,000 so I can get the 20%? No, you get that at the checkout at the pin pad. And so at the pin pad, at the checkout, you just, before you swipe your card, enter your number that you use to sign up with us, and you get the 20% at the checkout. Now, when we create a Home Depot account, you have to register a credit card or a gift card or a PayPal or any payment method must be registered, and our code would be attached to that method of payment. And every time you use it, the system will recognize to give you extra benefits because you're a Boston REIA member. So in the paint case, you get the 20% at the checkout, and then you get the 2%. So you really want to use your registered card to get the 2%. And the best thing about it is that you can track your purchases for up to 24 months. So you get the 2% on top, and then you get the 24 months back, tracking of your purchases. The 20% is applicable to all paint stains primer of a gallon or more. Also, our members get up to 20% off select Hampton Bay kitchen and bath cabinets if purchased 10 or more cabinets in a single transaction, which is if you're just doing a single family home, you can easily get that. So it's just it's very easy, like very achievable. And how it works is that you get 10% from us and then 10% from Home Depot. And if there is any other discounts or promotions or sales going on at the store at that time, you can stack it, those are stackable with any other discounts going on. So, you can just, it's almost like they're giving away stuff for our members. Also, another great program that they run is a volume pricing program or bid room. So how it works is that you need to have a list of large items that's going to cost $1,500 only or more. Again, in a single transaction, bring this list to the pro desk, have them prepare a code for you and have them send it to the bid room. And then they get the lowest, the lowest rates from all the other Home Depot. They get any applicable discounts from anywhere else. And then it comes back with the applied discounts. It can be up to 15%. So you get that on top of whatever else that you have. So this is an added discount that you benefit from. And again, if you pay with a registered payment method, a card or something, you get the 2%. So you get, let's say, the maximum 15% at the checkout, and then you get the 2% at the end of the 6 months period. Duncan and Kelly actually have showed us numbers, and numbers, proof is actually speaks a lot louder. So Home Depot paid out to chapter members more than $500,000 in rebates. About average rebate per member, nearly $1,600. So that's in just like in the last 6 months. So in one cycle, some members were able to recoup, or like have, in rebates worth of like 4 or 5 years of membership. So that alone has a lot of benefit on top of the education and all, all the great, stuff that Duncan and Kelly offer to the members. They really make it as like a one-stop shop. So it's, it's just no brainer, we need to take advantage of that. If you don't know if your membership expired or still valid, please contact Kelly. If you want to become a member, please contact Kelly. That's her number. And then as soon as she help you sign up or renew, and then she's gonna pass your information over to me, and then we're gonna set this up. It's very simple, very easy. Literally takes like 7-8 minutes. We do it directly from Home Depot website. There's nothing, I don't have any specific or special CRMs. Very easy. Thank you so much. And I'll give the screen back to Walter.
All right, Walter, you have control. There you go. You got it.
Back to the game. So if that wasn't enough, well, wait, there's more. My service is breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, so I just wanted to interject real quick, Walter.
Yes.
I just wanted to extend a special thank you to Miss Sarah, and to also wish her a happy birthday, as her birthday is tomorrow.
Let's drop.
Oh my God. Thank you. Totally didn't expect it.
For Sarah Abram. She's been amazing.
She has been.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So cool.
She's still younger than me.
Kelly doesn't forget. Yeah, well, I think she's younger than me as well. So, or she looks younger than me anyway. I might be the youngest in the group. Hands the camera if it's okay to get rich young, if we're okay with it.
Yes. Hannah's young.
All right. See, she's doing it. All right, so I'm going to share one more, as if that wasn't enough, as if it, and But by the way, let's give Sarah one more round of applause for giving a great representation of what the
Mhm.
Boston RIA does for us. They really are our biggest partner. We've got more partners than just the Boston RIA, which means more deals for you, more discounts, more opportunities. So I'm going to share a small list of more deals, opportunities that you can get as Boston RIA members. This is, by the way, some of our coolest stuff is our discounts and our deals. Even though we offer a ton of training outside of these free events, you got Arcana, Home Office Depot, got Call Fire, Build a Sign. Everything on the screen here has a deal from 5% up to 25%. Some are 30% discounts on services because you're Boston RIA members. If you stack it all up, the average investor can get anywhere between $2,200 to $3,500 in savings back just in the savings, $20,000 in training discounts. Hands can't recognize this is already a no-brainer. I don't have to keep going. Awesome. So if you're new to real estate investing, let us help you get started. The Boston RIA is here to help you get your first deal done and help you get your next deal done. Congratulations on being here tonight. We appreciate each and every one of your commitments to your success. Real estate is a team sport. If it wasn't for you being committed to building, other investors would be slum properties would be sitting on the market for the Boston gets their yearly membership for $280 and opportunities that come up through Boston RIA members only and our mailing list. So text the number 864-906-4111. Text Kelly that you're interested in joining. Just say, I want to join to this number. Again, the number is 864-906-4111. And that is Kelly. Just text her and say, I want to join, or info to join. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Hand scanner, if you already got the number, by the way, do this now. Just text it now. And if you don't want to pay, just tell Kelly, I don't want to pay. I just wanted to text you. Hand scanner, if we understand, it's okay to just shoot a text. Yes. Do it now, though, while it's on the screen. So I see a couple of you have already, I see you looking down. Great idea. Because after this, we're going to be jumping right into a training, and it might be easy to forget this opportunity. Hand scanner, if you know, that's how opportunities are. They're limited time only, and if you forget them, you lose them. So, or your mind loses them, and then next month you're like, shit, I went to Home Depot, I spent money, and I didn't get access to some deals that I should have gotten access to. So drop that in there, shoot her a text right now, and just ask for info. Just say, hey, I'm interested in more. So let's give Kelly a big round of applause. She handles all of the questions. She handles the membership. She helps people get access to discounts. Big blessing for all the work that you do. Thank you so much, Kelly, for everything you do for us and our members.
Thanks, Walter.
This is-
It's truly my pleasure. My pleasure.
Hell yeah. That's because you're an abundant hearted minded millionaire. They have an opportunity for you. The Boston RIA, all of our members, and for anybody who's participating in this call, this is your haves, wants, and needs. Drop it in the chat. If we were live at an event and you were a member, we would actually bring you up on stage and allow you to share your deals, ask for money, or ask for any kind of services or opportunities, things that you're looking for. Since we're not at a live event, we're just going to ask you to, everybody can do. Drop it in the chat. What are you looking for? Are you looking for clients? If you're a realtor, are you looking for off-market deals? If so, be very specific about the city, state, and type of property you're looking for, and drop your contact information. Otherwise, how are anybody going to send you deals? And if you're looking for any kind of opportunity, if you're looking for mentorship, if you're looking for money, looking for maybe just information, drop it in the chat now. Like the more specific you are, and then drop your contact information, the more likely somebody is to contact you. Hands scan, we understand this is, again, a contact sport. You've got to reach out in order to get reached at. Excellent. So use this opportunity. Drop it in the chat. What are you looking for? Your haves, wants, and needs. Or forget share some information on the deal. This contact information if you want somebody to be able to contact you. Awesome. Excellent. Now, The moment you've all been waiting for. Tonight, we're going to be talking about taking over payments with Mike Butler. We are in a special time in the real estate market where you now have the ability to assume mortgages, take over existing mortgages, and be able to acquire a property without using any of your own credit, without using any of your own effort, energy with the banks, doing the PFSs, all this crazy stuff that I do as an investor. You can now learn from the man, the myth, the legend, the great Mike Butler. Let's give him a big round of applause, traveling all the way across the country to talk to you in Boston right now. Mike, you're on, brother. They're all yours. Let me make sure you're also a co-host because I know you might have to share something on the screen. Let's give Mike one more big round of applause while he's getting set up.
Stuff that I do as an investor,
Okay, unmute myself. Can I share my screen yet? Aha,
Rock and roll,
here
bro.
we go. It looks like it's happening. And here we go. I'm gonna try to make it happen. Can you see this now? Somebody, can you hear me now?
We can hear you and we can see you.
We hear
All
you
right.
and we can see it. There it is.
I wish I
Okay,
looked like
on-
I wish I looked like that anymore.
Same.
Dude.
We're seeing the wrong view though, Mike. We're seeing your preview view. So we see both sides.
okay, so let me go. How do I got to get back out of here now. So let me do share screen too. How about this?
There you go. Screen 2.
Does that look better?
Boom! You're in the money. Let's give Big
Yes,
Mike a
sir.
big round of applause. Hell yeah.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you, Mike.
So is this working now?
You're on fire, brother.
Okay, so you
Sure.
got a cheat sheet of the next slide there. All right. So hello and welcome everybody. And it is an honor and a privilege to get to speak to Boston RIA. And as Walter, is that how you say your name there with a G?
You nailed it, man.
Okay, well, I learned a hard lesson in San Diego when I told them I needed to go to the La Jolla Marriott. And my wife still gets on me about that. But anyway, so what we're going to cover tonight is how to never worry and conquer rising rates in any real estate market. And it's something near and dear to my heart. And I think you're going to like it too. So like Walter said earlier, grab a notebook, get you some sharp crayons, get a couple of good ones, and maybe an ink pen or pencil or two because you're going to burn it up. Okay. And I get to make this happen here. Is it working? Why is it not working? So, all right, I'll try this one then. How about this? So on this one here, how about this guy here, Duncan Weirman? Duncan and Kelly, I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many years we go back from National RIA cruises to events just all over the country, all about real estate investing and education and learning. And how about this guy, Walter, guys? I caught him with his hand up like that just a few moments ago and plugged him in here. Can you see that? You like that, Walter?
Very cool, Mike.
Yeah.
This is clever, man. I love it.
All right. So if you think about your Boston RIA membership, guys, I joined my local RIA back around 1990 or 91, somewhere in there. And I can promise you that indirectly and directly, because of my membership in my local RIA group, is what got me to where I'm at today. Okay, I can't stress that enough. You're going to get all kinds of educational opportunities. Look at the boatload of benefits that Boston RIA is a chapter inside of National RIA. I was on the board for 3 years of National RIA. So it is awesome. You get to network with folks that don't have a negative attitude. Okay, how many times have you like gone up to a family member or friend and or somebody and they say, well, I'm thinking about buying a rental house. Oh, you don't want to do that. I've been there, done that. And I fixed it up, put a tenant in there. They moved out. They tore the place up and I got to rehab it again. Well, you've probably been told that. I was told that getting started. But how would you like to have a phrase to answer back with it's like a stick it and twist it with a touche? Would you like that? Here it is. Who gave him the key? That knucklehead did do his homework on the front end. So if you think your membership's too much, look at this. It's nothing more than a couple of tanks of gas. That'll pay for your membership or one trip to the grocery and you'll still have money left over. So we're in a crazy, crazy market and economy right now. And we shouldn't have doom and gloom. We're going to make this fun. So let me see if I can get, there we go. Now it's working better. So if you're in this room right now, it tells me a few things about you. Number one, you're a true real estate investor. You're a genius, okay? Because a lot of folks might just try to go do it on their own, figure it out. It's not common sense, guys. You got Uncle Sam involved, the IRS, all kinds of things, laws, regulations, fair housing. So if you make education a cornerstone, a critical key component in your real estate business, you will be successful. And you know that true wealth, okay, the common denominator among self-made millionaires in any book you read is real estate. Come on. I mean, it's there. Okay. You just got to learn the rules and learn how to play the game better than your competition. Okay. Now, investing your time, energy, and effort in education and training like you're doing right now, that's going to greatly increase your bottom line and, more importantly, your quality of life. I don't think there's a person on this call right now that is here to learn how to work harder, are you? Nope. No, we want to work smarter, not harder. Okay. And I want you to take a look around. I know it's hard to do in a Zoom meeting. Okay. But when you get your butts back in the seat and you have your meetings, you can see people and things like that. You might know each other already on this thing, but especially all the old timers. So if you're in this room, it tells me a few things. And I want you to, the new folks, the first timers, why are the old timers in here? Why are they here? Because they know that education, all they got to do is pick up one or two tips that might add another $10,000 to their bottom line. So education never stops. And you know what else? You get to write it off. It's a business expense. Education and training is a business expense for your real estate investing business. Pretty cool. So in 75 minutes, here's what we're going to try to knock out. We're going to make your real estate training fun. Okay. I hope I don't sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. That's not fun for anybody. Okay. I don't want to put you to sleep. Okay. And we want to make this thing fun. And real estate has market cycles 101. We're going to cover that. And they repeat themselves. So if you're brand new into this, don't worry about all this stuff that seems to be shutting down everything everywhere. Okay, we've been through this before. And I want you to never worry again about rising interest rates. I don't worry about them. Okay. And you can buy, even in today's market right now, you can still buy real estate and get 2.1% fixed rate loans. I'm going to show you how to do that now. And I'm going to show you an investor who's done that. So my second best strategy to buy without banks, money, credit, private lenders, or partners in any market is this takeover payment system that I call jumping loans. My first best strategy that I love the most is very creative seller financing. Okay, that's the best way to buy. Second best way is what I'm going to share with you tonight. Okay, and you can do it in any market. So grab your crayons and then grab a notebook with a couple of pages, and you're going to scribble down some notes here. And then at the end, and I'm not sure how much time we're going to have, we're going to try to do some Q&A on here if Duncan and Kelly and Walter allow it. Okay, so here we go. Get ready. All right, put your seatbelt on, your helmet on. There we go. So who wants to be a millionaire? Everybody raise your hand, okay? Everybody wants to be a millionaire or a multimillionaire, okay? And I want you to say this to yourself, okay? Yeah, nobody can hear you right now, but I want you to say to yourself right now, okay? I am a millionaire, okay? Now, right now, I'll be honest with you, the hair on the back of my neck, it's standing up. I'm getting goosebumps on the back of my head right now, okay? And the thing I'm trying to point out to you is you've got that when you get up in the morning, you look at yourself in the mirror, when you're in the bathroom, this and that. I want you to look at yourself and I want you to repeat this. Oh, well, here's what I was getting to. If you felt a tad bit, if you got the EBGBs or something like that, like I get still today, who wants to be a millionaire? Okay. And you say, I am a millionaire. If you're getting a little bit of EBGBs, that's normal. Okay. But here's the thing you got to conquer. If you want to be a millionaire, guess what you got to convince yourself of first? Because if you don't convince yourself of this, you're never going to get there. Okay? So I want you to look in the mirror every morning and say, I am a millionaire, and say it with confidence. Say it out loud. I don't care if you wake up the kids or not. Okay? But say it out loud to yourself every single day. Because if you don't do that, and if you tell yourself, I am a millionaire, and it makes you a little uneasy, well, guess what? That's like a subconscious hurdle that's blocking your way to get there. So force yourself, tell yourself every day, I am a millionaire, and then it makes it easier to happen. So you may have heard people in the self-help or motivational things where they say, if you want a house like this, take a picture of it, put it on your wall next to your computer, your workstation. If you want a car, put a car up there so you can visualize it, so you can see it and smell it and whatever. Okay. So do that as far as being a millionaire. Now, here's my little time capsule that I kind of created. So let's travel to 2027, 5 years in the future. And I want you to imagine what your life would be like with 20 nice rental houses paid for. Yeah, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Well, I don't want to teach you how to compete with Donald Trump and buy your own zip code and hotels and islands and jets and all that. What I found out is that most people, most investors, and this has been going on for 22 years. I did this survey, and I did the most recent one probably it was the few months before COVID hit in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Single Family Summit. So 20 years ago in Los Angeles, I would ask folks, what's your happy camper number? What's that? How much money in your pocket monthly makes you a happy camper? And so, well, what's a happy camper mean, Mike? Well, you get up every day and you get to do what you want. And so what would that number be? Money coming in, no more mailbox money, because today we get direct deposit. So just imagine every day, turn it on your phone, look at your email, bam, you got this much money deposited into your account. How much money monthly would make you a happy camper? Well, this blew my mind. Guess what the number one answer is? It's 10,000 potatoes. 10,000 potatoes allows majority of folks, 98% of us, okay, 10,000 a month allows you to get up every day, pursue the passions you want to pursue in life, whether it's playing with tomatoes out in the backyard or taking the vacations you want or helping kids or working the homeless, whatever your passion is. That's pretty cool. So watch this. I like the Fred Flintstone math because Fred's got 3 fingers and I've got 4. So I feel like I can handle this. All right. So let's do some Mayberry house. Let's use some Mayberry numbers because it's easier for Mike. So let's say you got these 20 nice houses and each one of them rents for $1,000 a month.